Everybody keeps saying they don't know what's going on. Like for real, I go outside and want to come right back in the house, bro. Then I come in the house and be like, dang, I need to be outside living my life, yo. For real, I'm just in the house. Then I get back out the house, get in the car, drive somewhere to do something, and just be like, what's wrong with everybody? Looking at everybody like everybody off. I'm like, they could be looking at me the same way. I be in the grocery store like, yeah, everybody weird. I got to go back to the crib. Don't know what time been going. 2018, we was living a life. I don't know what happened, bro. Like, I don't got time to do nothing but go to work, come home, and go to sleep. Then ain't got time to sleep. How you don't got time to go to sleep? I get up in the morning, I'm like, dang, I ain't do nothing but go to work. I remember days I can have a whole day to myself and just live, Call everybody up, we chilling, we vibing, we out there. Bro, now I go to the crib, sit in the dark, and just don't want to be bothered. Like, I know I'm not the only one, yo. Don't want to eat nothing, don't want to cook nothing. Then when I do eat, I be so full off of nothing. I'm like, yo, what is going on? Like, I'm so full off of 5-6 cheese sticks, man, that I done warmed up in the air fryer. Man, I try to cut on Netflix, look at the TV. I'm like, man, everything fake. When I want to look at the TV for when everything fake. Before I even cut it on, I'm like, I'm about to cut on this and watch all this fake stuff. Like, somebody tell me in the comments what's going on, bro. Besides somebody talking about, oh, you awake, you woke, you died. Man, what is really going on, bro?
God created the dog and said, "Bark all day, and I'll give you a lifespan of 20 years." The dog replied, "That's too long. How about 10 years?" God agreed. Next, God created the monkey and said, "Do tricks and make people laugh for 20 years." The monkey replied, 10 years is enough. God agreed.
Where are you going with this?
Then God created the cow and said, "You must go into the field with the farmer every day, have calves, and give milk to support the farmer's family for 60 years. The cow said, "How about 20 years and I will give back the other 40. And God agreed again. Then God created man and said, "Eat, sleep, play, marry, and enjoy your life. For this I'll give you 20 years. But man said, "Only 20 years. Could you possibly give me my 20? The 40 the cow gave back, the 10 the monkey gave back, and the 10 the dog gave back. That makes 80, okay?" God said, "Okay, you asked for it." So that is why for our first 20 years, we eat, sleep, play, and enjoy ourselves. For the next 40 years, we slave in the sun to support our family. For the next 10 years, we do monkey tricks to entertain the grandchildren. And for the last 10 years, we sit on the front porch and bark at everyone. Life has now been explained to you.
We are not in 2025. The entire calendar system is a lie. The way time is counted has changed many times in history, and no one knows for sure what year it really is. The calendar we use today was made by people, changed, and adjusted over time. It does not fully match the natural way time moves. The word month comes from moonth. It was originally based on the moon's cycle, which lasts 28 days. If we divide the total days in a year by 28, we get 13 months, not 12. This means something was changed, and we might have lost an entire month. If the way we count time was altered, then the actual year could be different from what we believe. A long time ago, people used the sky to track time. The sun showed the time of day, the moon helped count the days, and the stars marked the changing seasons. Everything in the sky moved in perfect order, helping people know when to plant, harvest, and travel. The calendar we follow today, called the Gregorian calendar, was made to organize time in a way that suited governments and rulers. The word calendar comes from calends, which was the first day of the month in ancient Rome. At that time, people had to pay their debts on calends. This means time was not just about tracking days, it was also linked to money and control. Some people believe that by changing the way time is counted, people were disconnected from nature. Instead of following the natural cycles of the sun, moon, and stars, they were put into an artificial system. This could explain why many feel out of balance without knowing why. Whether or not the real year is different from what we are told, one thing is clear. Timekeeping has been changed more than once. Knowing this might change how we see history, how we live, and how we think about time itself.
It's the year 2025, y'all. The year of the nine. The year of the nine ether. Yes, where it was hot will start to become cold. The poles are shifting, and the climate of the world is changing. Changing to a point where you will need a certain amount of pigment, melanin, to live in the hot areas and the climates shined on by the sun. The other parts of the world will turn into an Arctic frozen region, only able to be inhabited by those of Neanderthal descendancy. Study. For the more you study, the more options you will have. And the more options definitely means the more power. Praise the Lord. Praise.
Honestly, this is not very far off. You look at Cali and it's completely underwater. You look here, obviously that earthquake is. What I am saying is the map of 2025 is, of America specifically, is something that could possibly happen. At first, I was kind of like, nah, there's not enough time for it to happen. But everything that so far happened in January, honestly, this is not very far off. And so all I'm saying is, I don't know. I mean, I heard that they're not letting people get passports or renew their passports. I've heard, they're closing the border. Maybe they're trying to keep us here for something. And so all I'm saying is, watch out. Because this is the prediction of the doomsday map of 2025. Prediction, okay? Perhaps that's why all the celebrities were buying bunkers and all those different things. All I'm saying is, I say watch out, but what can we really do? We can't do nothing. Really, it's just knowledge.
The sun may hit Earth with a solar storm. A solar storm can create a major disturbance in Earth's magnetic field, called a geomagnetic storms, that can cause radio blackouts, power outages, and satellites, cell phones, electric cars. Internet would no longer work. The number of natural disasters is increasing like hurricanes and tornadoes. We are starting witnessing more droughts due to decrease in rainfall. Glaciers and snowpacks are melting at a faster rate than they can replenish, which resulting in significant changes in water availability for human consumption. Earth is spinning more faster than before. Every day it's moving faster and faster, and the days are getting shorter. The shortest day in history has also been recorded. The Earth's inner core has stopped spinning and may actually be reversing the direction of its rotation.
We are going into the new earth, the new world. This was spoken about in the book of Revelations in the Bible when they talked about the new heaven and the new earth. This is what they were talking about. And it's exactly what we're in the middle of right now. Everything is changing. The vibrations and frequency of the entire planet are changing. We are moving into a whole planet as a whole is moving into another dimension and another frequency. They said this is the greatest show on Earth. All the beings from all the other planets are out there watching because this has never happened before in the history of the universe, that an entire planet is going to move in mass into another dimension. There's two things you're going to have to get rid of if you want to move into the new earth. One is karma, because if you have karma, you're going to have to stay on that wheel. And the other one is to get rid of fear. Fear is the strongest emotion a human has. It's paralyzing. You get rid of fear, otherwise you can't move, you can't evolve, you can't go into this wonderful thing we're going into. You have to forgive. You have to get rid of the karma. Let it go. It doesn't matter. And let go of fear.
The oceans. That's how you get to the outer realms. So the real outer space is beyond the Antarctica and deep within our oceans. That's why if you look at their outer space missions, they're actually in water, floating around in water somewhere in Las Vegas, Nevada, and deep in Colorado. They ain't out of space. That's why if you look, there's so many people now putting up showing that these space shuttle missions is fake as hell, man. Showing you that they ain't never been out of space. If you really want to go outer space, get your ass in a submarine and go deep within the water. That's the true outer space. And there's so many different alien bases and military bases underwater and in the actual ground. They're hollowing out mountains now. They're hollowing out mountains. You can Google this. And they're making inside of mountains underground bunkers and underground military bases. So if they're doing that to the mountains, imagine what they're doing underground in space, in the water. So if you want to go outer space, go deep sea diving.
You said it's aliens.
Yeah, aliens. And all alien mean is, so Elion is a Hebrew word. That's where they get aliens from. It's really El Elyon. And it just means of the Most High God. Technically, we are aliens. And that's why they studying us. That's why they stealing our melanin. That's why they trying to understand the functioning of our biological vehicles. That's why they can't understand our circadian rhythm, our biological clocks. We are the most different species of humans.
Hey, y'all, check it. Look how deep the water go. They just showing you how deep they went. The water is way deeper. Get it? Look at this. Oh my God. Watch this. That's deep. And guess what, guys? It's still going. You need. Oh, it's still going. Why they got this scary music in the back? Got me scared. Yeah, who goes that deep though, man? You see the caption? This is just as scary. It's out of space. And it's music. It's still going. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh, stop. Look at that. Oh my God. Dang, look. Just look. Oh. Oh. Go. There it go. Still going. It's still going. Oh my God. That's it, right? That's not it? Oh my. Oh no. Oh no. That should be about it. Yeah. That's not it? That should be it. Oh. This is all they just go so far. There's more out there. That's crazy. No.
I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of wild that I already know the events that's about to come and what's happening and why it's happening. And I still see everyone is still lost and confused about everything and still talking shit about people that speak like I do. They hate to believe in the truth, but they love to listen to the lie. Everyone that participated in the system is now paying for what they did in one way or another. Like I mentioned the school situation in my previous video. People refused to believe in that school was a scam. Everything we learned in the school was to oppress the real American people. Now we got healthcare. I just made a video about that also. Everything changing because it was a scam. It was used to break down the American people. What they did was experiment on us to help out the other races. If y'all didn't know what chemistry means, it's the study of the people of the ancient land of Kemet. It was described as quote-unquote black people. And it later advanced on to biology. Like, this is what they're doing with the healthcare system. They're capping our genetics and building on everybody else's. Because as I said before, every human came from us. We're the original humans. Then we got the legal system. Made a video about that. We all see everything getting defunded because they are literally doing all kinds of unlawful shit. That's what legal means. Quote unquote legal is a path to do something unlawful. Like I explained to y'all before in the simplest way possible. It's like if you was to buy a car, right? We already know technically you own that car because you use your social security number, right? So it's yours. Now, when you can't keep up with their payments that you're paying in debt and negative value, not credit, not a positive value, they then want to take your car. How does that make sense? And then they hire somebody that has a quote unquote license to do it. So technically in the books, you bought that car with your social security number. It is under your name. So how do they have the authority to literally send someone to steal your car? That's what they're doing, stealing your car. Because they have no ownership of the car they're taking. But of course, it's only quote unquote legal because they have a license, bro. Just like slavery was legal. Look at the world now. But at the same time, slavery is unlawful, bro. So now we're at a point to where everything's about to get exposed, and whenever an event happens, it's going to be fast. But most likely, I'm kind of waiting for the power to go out. That'll be the number one sign. We already see the markets is playing around. At this point in time, the markets is shooting up just so it come crashing down. We're on our last run up in the markets because they have to completely crash the dollar, which already been crashed over a year ago. But like I said, all these other industries are still upholding the illusion that the money is still real when it's not. And as I've been saying, when they cut the power, it's going to cut off all these towers too. That's draining our energy. Not only that, I'm like y'all all heard of CERN and HAARP. That's literally Antarctica. That's going around our realm. This is how they was able to put electrical fence around us. So like I said, once they break their power grid that created electrical fence that literally drains our energy and use it against us, this will allow our energy to come back and our DNA to be reversed and all our timelines to be merged into one. Meaning they won't be able to alter our reality anymore once this happens. And now our job is to wake up to the truth and make sure nothing like this happens again. As I've been preaching for mad years, 2025 is the last year of this reality. Anyways, y'all know how to keep it. Y'all be gods. Peace.
A lot of y'all siding with evil and y'all don't even know it. Because y'all too scary to learn new stuff. Y'all too scary to open y'all minds to new knowledge. Okay? Y'all too scary to go ahead and realize that this whole shit you've been bamboozled, right? And it's so crazy because now they're putting it out there. They have to. That's the law of karma. Feel me? They got to put it out there. They've been putting it in our faces with all these movies and shows that we've been watching forever. But now they really put it out there and like letting y'all know, and people are still ignoring the fact. Like, you know how scary you have to be to ignore new knowledge? Right? So if you understand what I'm saying, you hip to this knowledge, you will understand that we are living in an upside down world. Everything that we know, even down to our fucking map, is upside down. Everything you were taught to think is bad, more than likely is good. Everything you were taught to think is good, more than likely is fucking bad. And if y'all don't wake up soon, I'm telling y'all, it's a big shift happening.
Like guinea pigs now. You try anything. I mean, do the research on it. Find out what it is before you start trying stuff out. Check out the video. It's gonna get crazier and crazier. I'm telling you. Peace.
placed it against their temples, and within seconds, their eyes glazed over. The Nubin, a sleek device pressed to the side of the head, has become TikTok's latest fixation. Once switched on, users can dive into games, chat telepathically, and some even claim to witness glimpses of the future. No screens, no phones. Everything unfolds inside your mind. People say they've heard whispers, watched their own weddings, or met parallel versions of themselves. One person described playing a game for 18 hours straight without ever moving, just thinking. Another swears he got a mental ad for a drink he didn't know existed. Some users even report seeing their own funerals during a level 6 Nubin cutscene. The company insists it's all safe, yet side effects are surfacing. Headaches, disorientation, memory gaps, even mind breaches. Once inside, the lines blur. Are you still playing, or has the game become you? Attempts to rip it off have failed. Nubin murmurs in their minds, stay a bit longer. You either place it on your head, or run before it finds you.
Real truth, you better wake up and find out, has been around you all of your life. You just didn't see it. Example, Abraham Lincoln was elected to Congress in 1846. John Kennedy was elected to Congress 1946. Abe Lincoln was elected president in 1860. John Kennedy was elected president 1960. The names Lincoln and Kennedy both contain 7 letters. Both presidents were particularly concerned with civil rights. Both of the presidents' wives lost children while living in the White House. Both presidents were shot on a Friday in the head. President Lincoln's secretary was named Miss Kennedy. Kennedy's secretary was named Miss Lincoln. Both were assassinated by Southerners. Both were succeeded by Southerners. Andrew Johnson, who succeeded Lincoln, was born in 1808. Lyndon Johnson, who succeeded Kennedy, was born in 1908. John Wilkes Booth, who assassinated Lincoln, was born in 1839. Lee Harvey Oswald, who assassinated Kennedy, in 1939. Both assassins were known by 3 names: John Wilkes Booth, Lee Harvey Oswald. Both names are comprised of 15 letters. President Lincoln was shot in a theater named Ford. Kennedy was shot in a car named Lincoln, made by Ford. John Wilkes Booth ran to a theater and was caught in a warehouse. Oswald ran from a warehouse and was caught in a theater. Booth and Oswald were both assassinated before they could go to trial. And a week before Lincoln was shot, he was in Monroe, Maryland. A week before Kennedy was shot, he was with Marilyn Monroe.
The biggest secret ever told.
Retired naval flight engineer saw a whole bunch of silver darting objects in the ice, like a huge entrance to a cave but slanted going down. And he said, I think it was at least, Linda, 200 feet in diameter. Big hole in the ice.
The idea that there is another world, another Earth inside of the planet.
The scientist Edmund Halley has a fascinating theory of not just a hollow Earth, but an Earth with multiple layers.
What he called a new kind of craft that could fly from pole to pole.
For the record, I haven't told him anything. Okay, just tell me what you see.
Oh my God, come on. Wow, what the fuck? Holy shit. I just saw something. Yeah. What the fuck?
Oh, I see that. I feel it.
I've been under the influence of mind-altering substances a lot, but I've never seen anything like that. Whoa.
I showed over 100 people, and I kept asking myself, how are all of us seeing the same thing?
Oh my God. It's changing shapes right there.
The laser was revealing numbers and letters running in a pattern.
They're almost like this big here, and it looks like code.
It looked like...
That was a thick laser.
That's why I told you. And I just want to take a picture of it and translate it. Wow.
You see that? Okay, so yeah, it's not stuck.
No.
It's not because of the light.
No, it's on its own side. Light is just literally revealing it.
And each angle shows you different layers, different ways through it.
I could see through the wall. It's not like a hallucination. It has spatial awareness and permanence. I don't know. Whoa.
For centuries, mankind has attempted to explore these psychedelic, altered states, but we've never had a repeatable, testable phenomenon to observe until now.
Wow. I'm obsessed.
It's like you can see through the laser into another dimension.
I mean, like, take yourself to that. Like, I just made a connection that nobody...
Remember the time traveler who predicted COVID-19 before it happened? He was mocked, but now his latest warnings are too eerily precise to ignore. Here are 3 things he predicted. Stay tuned, because the last one is going to shock you. Number 1, he says 2 of the most powerful men in modern history, Donald Trump and Elon Musk, will have a catastrophic fallout. Musk controls the largest satellite network, AI, and even transportation to Mars. But what happens if Trump, set to reclaim his presidency, turns on him? Some say it could mean tech censorship, government crackdowns, or even a surveillance war. Number 2, the Menendez brothers could walk free. A legal loophole might release the infamous Menendez brothers, convicted of murdering their parents. Legal analysts say there's a real chance they'll walk in 2025. What happens if more high-profile criminals follow? Number 3, 2025 could be the year. That makes 2020 feel like a walk in the park. Scientists predict 2025 will be the hottest year in history. But it gets worse. Hurricanes stronger than ever before could wipe out entire cities. Experts warn of mass evacuations, food shortages, and failing power grids. If this is even half true, you need to be prepared. Because if 2025 is the year everything changes, you won't have time to react.